guy right here admits that they are at war.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a YouTuber named Bonehead Trucker. He's a former Schneider truck driver. He doesn't drive trucks anymore, okay? He's a racist dirtbag, possibly a meth addict. I can't confirm his meth addiction, but likes of him are what you see in the trucking industry. They're mostly the meth addicts, okay? Now, check this out. Here's Bonehead Trucker, who built his reputation or YouTube channel on getting clips from various drivers across the United States of America on truck drivers doing dumb stuff, like making U-turns, taking wrong turns, pretty weird stuff like taking a shower at the goddamn fuel island, or parking at the fuel island too long. But mostly companies like Schneider, JB Hunt, Swift Transportation, these mega carriers, okay? Got nothing against these mega carriers, but these mega carriers are in charge of getting new truck drivers, training them, and putting them behind wheels with just 6 to 8 weeks of training on the road, and let them go do their things and figure out trucking, okay? But trucking is a lot more complicated than that. So when you have someone that's only been driving trucks for 2 months, they will do dumb stuff, okay? Mostly, and companies like Schneider, JB Hunt, these major mega carriers, they don't hire no illegal immigrants, okay? So let's get this out of the way. But here is Bonehead Trucker. But recently, for past year or so, he's been on our racist rant, okay? Because current administration made it okay to go all races, okay, everywhere across the United States of America. Let your feelings be felt, okay, across state line, across web, and everywhere, okay? But people like that, I believe, are cowards. They wouldn't dare talk like that in person, okay? Now, to anyone, because, hey, you don't know who is who, you know? A lot of crazy truck drivers out there. Next thing you know, Bonehead is out there somewhere in a ditch with a mile marker stick up his ass, shitting pig feed and bacon and all that stuff that he's been stuffing in his mouth. But bottom line is this, but he's going on some serious racist rant, okay? And he doesn't drive trucks. He's a coward who is hiding in his house. He probably can't pass no goddamn physical because he's fat and disgusting looking pig. Bonehead Trucker. He's a disgusting pig. You can look at his face and that it's not his fault. Probably his parents was disgusting just like him. Racist dirtbags. You see, he claimed to be in Texas, but let me tell you something about Texas. I grew up in Texas my whole life, okay? What makes Texas great is cities like Houston, cities like Dallas, cities like San Antonio, Austin. These are the cities that make Texas great. Not the shitholes part of Texas like Weatherford and some crappy places, Nacogdoches or Tyler or whatever that in the country these people hide at. What makes Texas great is major cities in state of Texas. Texas is a melting pot, okay? Houston makes Texas great. Dallas makes Texas great. San Antonio makes Texas great, okay? So Texas is a great state, but you have these races that have taken over the political positions, okay? And they really don't represent Texas. These are just puppets. But this guy right here is on his racist rant against the people that wear towel on their heads, the Indians and illegal immigrants. But some of the stuff that he spews is very disturbing, okay? And trucking industry don't need clowns like this. And I believe the trucking industry is better than that, okay? I got over 1 million miles on these roads, and I'm gonna show you people are not talking like that they might be talking like that in private, but they're not talking like that out loud, okay? People are still opening doors. Truck drivers are still opening doors for other truck drivers. Truck drivers still saying hi to each other, okay? So people like him are sour, okay? And I believe that YouTube has demonetized him, and he's always begging people for money, okay? Because he's a joke. He's a disgusting pig.
Against the American truck drivers. They are at war, and they want to show you guys that. First of all, this video is brought to you by.
First of all, you understand, okay, I don't know how this person came to country. I do agree with this baldy right here, the pig, bonehead trucker, the meth addict, that a person like that should have never been behind the wheel. How did he get his license? I don't know. Okay? But the bottom line is this. Don't get it twisted that these major carriers are not dangerous. All you have to do is go to a website called SaferWeb, type in a DOT number or a name of the company, and it will give you all the roadside inspections, violations, and accidents and deaths and injury. And you will see these mega carriers, JB Hunt, and some of these mega carriers have some of the highest roadside violations and injuries and deaths and casualties. Okay, so these mega carriers are not perfect, understand? And these small carriers, yes, accidents do happen. Okay, accidents do happen, but to generalize people that are over here driving trucks, first of all, you're not supposed to be behind a wheel if you're illegal. Okay, I agree with that statement. But to generalize people that are just moving freight across the United States of America so the people in America, their families can get foods and groceries and general items needed for day-to-day survival. And you ugly fat pig drinking beer with your triple chin, you disgusting body meth addict, bonehead trucker, you over here on a racist rant, okay, dividing the trucking industry. You're a piece of shit human being.
You guys, so spread the message, spread these videos, share these videos, because I'm the only one on YouTube that will post this sort of content about this guy, about this company, and all this. I'm doing my research. I have other people that I kind of lean on as well, and we're exposing this, okay? And this may get me in a lot of trouble with these type of people, the bad guys. All right, so hey, your support really helps, and your main support is to.
He's broke. He's a broke bitch. He doesn't drive truck. He's a broke bitch hiding in his basement, somewhere in his house, doing racist rants for truck drivers. And if you're a truck driver, you shouldn't give this bonehead pig a penny out your money.
Share the video, like the video, comment, let me know. All right, and the people who have sent me emails, contact@boneheadtruckers.com is my email address. I appreciate that. This guy right here is from a country in Asia somewhere. Starts with a K.
As you can see, he doesn't even know how to pronounce this guy's from Kazakhstan, and this bonehead meth addict doesn't even know how to pronounce that. Okay, he's a dumbass. And the other day, one day, he made a video talking about, you remember all those 1,500 miles runs we used to have? We don't have those runs. You know what happened to those 1,500 miles runs? They're on intermodal. You know what intermodal is? Starter, JB Hunt, Swift, that transport freight from Texas to California, California to East Coast to West Coast on train. Look it up. That's where those runs went, you dumbass.
Somewhere out there, and this is a whole thing, and I have my conspiracies on.
This guy doesn't know shit about trucking industry. All he does is race it. Look up how he built his YouTube channel. He doesn't know anything about the trucking industry, okay? He's a dumbass.
This, but he ran over, did a head-on because, you know, there's I guess some slower traffic or what have you, and went head-on and killed 4 Amish people. And this guy right here is responsible for it. He's an illegal alien, which is not supposed to be here in the country, and I guarantee you there's more like it.
Now, I do agree with this bonehead crackhead, meth addict. How the hell did this person come to United States to first, to begin with? Second, how the hell did he get his license? That needs to be looked at, okay? That needs to be looked at.
But the company who hires him, that's who we're going to talk about in this video. This company, if you see this symbol right here, right there, you see that symbol? This is a confusing mess. This is called Sam Express. And they've got some videos talking about their company, but they admit basically working against American truck drivers.
Now, I agree with this bonehead meth addict because I was approached by online through Indeed by someone from Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, telling me if I could drive 5,000 miles a week, okay, with the driver-facing cameras. So I knew there was something wrong with these people. These people might be mentally disturbed. The question is, how are these people getting bank loans to start trucking companies? You want someone to drive 5,000 miles a week and you got a driver-facing cameras watching them? So clearly there was something wrong with that picture. But they were from Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan or whatever. And there are a bunch of them. And these dummies actually are advertising on Facebook and YouTube and social media that they're running 5,000 miles a week. That's how stupid these people are. Okay? So as you can see with my rhetoric, I'm being fair.
They admit this. We all knew it, but now in this video, you're going to hear it from their own mouths, and as if it's a good thing. They're coming to this country. I'm talking about the drivers. Yes, I'm talking about the people who own these trucks, own these companies. They're at war and they are playing the system that the FMCSA has. Okay, and they're getting away with.
No, you dummy. They're doing what you should be doing. You're hiding in your fucking basement, drinking beers and eating pork chops and bacon and looking like a bacon. Okay, you fat ass disgusting body. Okay, you can't even pass a physical. Okay, you disgusting body. Okay, and then you begging people, you doing a racist rant on YouTube, and you think that's how you're gonna be successful? Maybe they're tuning in with their God and their God is blessing them. Maybe you need to tune in with your God and put down that baking and the racist rant. God don't like ugly, and Jesus don't see color, bonehead, because there are 700 million Christians in Africa who are black, and a whole South America is Christian. And you know what you think about Africans, blacks, and Hispanics. So clearly it's not about Christianity. So you ain't definitely gonna be running behind a Bible like Ku Klux Klan conservatives.
And we're going to talk about that and show you some numbers. This is translated, okay, as you can tell, and it's a bit distracting. The translation uses some words there that doesn't make quite sense. If you can kind of get around this, it'll be helpful. But I did clip out a lot of this stuff just for the fact that it was distracting. Is hard to understand because the interview, this guy right here, that guy is the owner of Sam Express. It will talk about what they're saying here.
If a driver has recently arrived in the U.S. and is looking for the right company to start working with, this is a difficult question for him because we all know that not every company is built the same, and certainly not every company works honestly. But I know personally 100% that this is not your case. How can he find you? What do you offer to newcomers who have arrived? Do you help them buy a truck so that they can start their own business? Yeah.
So, obviously, this is a video to talk to people from other countries, illegal immigrants.
Moreover, our drivers who are from the CIS work a lot and try harder than an American.
We'll pay you to get your CDL.
See, there you go, right there. They're already telling you guys about how the Americans, us, don't work as hard as them. I don't know about you guys, you truck drivers out there, but you work hard enough that your hours of service that the government allows you to work, right? Where these guys, companies like them, will go and take their hours of service and they'll replenish them, okay? Not you taking a 34-hour restart. That's how you really replenish your 70-hour work week, right? These guys will just, while you're going down the road, they'll give you more hours.
And they somehow achieve their goal, faster than an ordinary American.
See, that's what I'm talking about right here. These guys are basically saying right here, this is what I take from this. This is what I take from this, is that this is a war against American truck drivers. That's what.
It's not a war against American truck drivers, you dumbass. Okay? It's not a war against American truck drivers, you idiot. You dumb idiot. You wouldn't know that shit if you weren't hiding inside your house like a bitch that you is.
this is. And if you think that this is the only guy in that's coming here that's starting up these companies that are doing this, if you think this is the
United States of America is a corporation. Anyone can come over here and start their business. You stupid fuck. State of Texas has no jurisdiction over California. California has no jurisdiction over Georgia. Georgia has no jurisdiction over New Jersey. Each state had its own governing bodies, and Congress, and senators, and governors. The United States of America is a corporation, you stupid, dumb hillbilly.
only guy, 100% you're wrong. Because this is
Bottom line is this dude, all he's been doing is doing a racist rant. How about you stop doing the racist rant and figure out how do you start your business? You could do the same thing that these migrants are doing. You wouldn't do that because you're cursed. You curse with your racism and hatred, okay? And no one can become successful with their hate in their heart, and that's what you have, you ugly piece of shit.